It was Dallas favored by 2.5. Now Dallas is a 2.5-point dog, and I think that is Vegas somewhat hedging their bets, if you will, because if Dak is ruled out, I think the Vikings will move up to 4, maybe even 4.5-point favorites because of the Cowboys' backup quarterback situation. So you can win as a 4.5-point underdog, but the problem for Dallas is this. Their defense has been living off the splash plays. We know that, most notably by Trayvon Diggs forcing the turnovers. The Vikings offense presents a lot of problems. They were able to run the ball without Dalvin Cook. They're excellent running the ball with Dalvin Cook. They lost Diggs, obviously, 2 years ago. Justin Jefferson steps in. He's not as good as Diggs, but damn near as good as Diggs. And Adam Thielen's as consistent of a receiver as we have in the league. So unless Kirk Cousins just melts down, that offense can move the ball. The Vikings are a confusing team because they're 3-3, and you might be like, well, they played 3 bad teams and beat them. They played 3 good teams and lost all 3 of them. However, the way they lost those games, week 1, overtime Cincinnati, week 2, gacked 37-yard field goal to Arizona, and a 14-7 loss to Cleveland where their defense played outstanding. So the Vikings probably a little better than their record suggests. But I want to go to Wilds on this because the Cowboys, with their running core, with the defense playing the way it is, with the weapons on offense, one would say, oh, yeah, you should be able to survive a game without Dak. But not when you forgot, you packed the car for a road trip and it's like, oh my God, I forgot the phone chargers. They forgot to roster a backup quarterback. And I don't understand it.
That seems odd.
And so especially when Dak came into the year hurt. So if they had just a league average backup quarterback, I'd say, okay, yeah, they can survive for a week. But Cooper Rush, Wild's thrown 3 passes in his life in the NFL. He's been in the NFL 5 years.
Not great.
So, yeah, if Dak's out, there's no way I'm picking Cooper Rush to get a win against a decent NFL team. I just can't do it.
Well, I'm going to throw it back to you real quick. If Cam Newton was rostered on this team, would you take Cam Newton? Would you think that the Cowboys would beat the Vikings if Cam came in after the Patriots released him? To me, that's the most obvious backup that he's a big star, and he talked about his aura kind of being overwhelming. It's a nice spot for him, and it also follows exactly what Dallas did last year. You had a veteran quarterback who could move the ball, who wasn't as good as your starting quarterback, in case anything happened to Dak. And then they kind of just threw that in the trash and went with Cooper Rush. And I hope Cooper Rush does well. I hope everybody does well. But when you have Dak out there, excuse me, when you have Cam out there, to me that seemed like the obvious pick, and now it's kind of rearing their head where it's like, oh, Cam is still on the sidelines, so like, why didn't we sign him? Now we're going to sign Cooper Rush and lose to the Vikings. Why don't you think they signed Cam?
Yes. Yeah, well, I think initially it was because of the vaccination stuff, and I know Cam has now come out and said I got vaccinated, but that it might be a little too late for this season for some teams feeling like, we've got our quarterback room settled, we've got our roster settled. But Broussard, it's not like Cam was the only guy available. Gardner Minshew was, obviously available. Trade him for a song. Nick Foles, one would argue, whose 3rd string in Chicago would have been available. Yep. Again, these aren't great options. But Cooper Rush in his 5th season, he's thrown 3 passes. And so I don't understand why the Cowboys, when they knew Dak was coming into the year off an injury, just totally neglected this spot, and it might bite them. Because if Dak, here's the concern, Broussard, they're off a bye. And we're now, 48, 60 hours from the game, and Dak doesn't know if he's playing. That, to me, tells me if he didn't get ready in the last 12 days, he's going to get ready in the next 60 hours. I don't know. I'm doubtful.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's playing at all. You heard his clip. You compare his clip to what Baker Mayfield's saying, and you see there's a stark difference. Plus, Mayfield's been doing more in practice than Dak has. I'm with you guys on the quarterback. And Nick, I do think, look, Foles or Minshew, they are great options for a backup. That's the thing. It's a backup. Yes. So those are great options for a backup. And I think, I think some of us called for them to go ahead and sign Cam. The Cowboys were one of the few teams,
you guys are always
because of Dak, where Cam's aura would not have been a problem. Yeah. There are only a handful of them, right? and they were one of them. So, yeah, this could come back to bite them. Look, on paper, they do have the formula. And I agree, Nick, you heard me say it yesterday, with everything you said about the Vikings, right? The Vikings are a sneaky good team. You know, they could be 4-2, 5-1 even with some of these victories over good teams if they had come to pass. So I'm with you on Minnesota winning this game. But on paper, you look at Dallas and you say, okay, they need a game plan similar to what Green Bay did last night. Run the ball a lot. And obviously they've got one of the best running games in the league. Mm-hmm. Run the ball, keep Cousins and company off the field. Here's the only problem with that. At some point, you're going to have to throw the football to keep the defense honest. I mean, Rodgers threw it, I think, 37 times last night. 37 times. Right. So they did throw it. They just dinked and dunked. Is Cooper Rush even capable of dinking and dunking for 25 times? And so I just don't see them being able to win this game. And I actually was looking at this as my upset alert, even with Dak playing, because I have that much belief in Minnesota. And at some point, Dallas is going to lose again. But then they flipped it, and now Dallas, of course, is not favored. So I do think Minnesota wins this game going away.
And every inch matters when you're playing for the stakes the Cowboys are. The Cowboys are playing this year to get the 1 seed and to potentially win the Super Bowl. And think back to last year's Chiefs for a moment. Or the year before. Here we go.
It always goes back to the Chiefs.
Each season, the season they won the Super Bowl and got to the Super Bowl, there were spots where a backup quarterback had to come in, either for a couple of games. Right. Hell, the year they won the Super Bowl, the Chiefs, you know who the backup quarterback came in and beat? The Minnesota Vikings, a good Vikings team. Last year in the playoffs, anything is possible. And so even if you don't expect Dak to miss significant time, if he misses a quarter of a playoff game, that can be it if Cooper Rush is your backup. And I feel badly that we're killing Cooper Rush, but he's thrown 3 passes in the NFL. And you've got a team. Look at what the Jets did, Jenna. The Jets, they're like, oh, we're without our quarterback? We'll bring in Joe Flacco. And again, Flacco's not good. But at least you don't feel like you're drawing dead. Now, I know Flacco's not starting for the Jets this week, and Zach Wilson's going to be out.
Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. How's everybody doing here on this finally Friday freaking night? I see D2 Stu is definitely feeling better because he's definitely cussing me out on chats, telling me to pin that shit up there, you know, because I'm just lollygagging around. I got nothing else to do there, Stu. You know, just nothing to do. I get to it as soon as I can read the chats there, buddy. And I got it. I got it before you actually sent me the text to say pin that shit. So while we are talking about D2 Stu, make sure you keep him in your thoughts and your prayers and stuff. The heart surgery's gotten put off until next Wednesday. Had blood transfusion today, and evidently they must have spiked the blood. They must have. Did they put a little high test in there, Stu? Did they put a little high test in there? All right. So Chuck, welcome to the Jobu tailgate. So one of those racks I'm working on then in the workshop will be headed your way. Shout out to you. I'm lone wolfing it here tonight because for some reason, Michael Anthony Fitness reactions on all social platforms. He ain't here again on the weekend. I don't know where the hell he is. But hey, a son's got to do what a son's got to do. He's joining all my other sons who aren't here either. You know, Filthy 500.
Mark Holmes, I'm coming for your meat.
Yeah, there's that guy. And of course, then there's that guy.
I got something for you, baby.
do, Mark, what I want you to do when you're streaming, I want you to look at the shirt that I'm going to be wearing during the game, because I'm going to be wearing this shirt, because I got a feeling this is going to be my good luck charm for the rest of the way, because this is so typical. Dallas Cowboys right here, 5,000 around my neck. This is so typical of Dallas Cowboys fandom right here. And I've sat here and I've looked at this t-shirt for over a week and I've embraced it, Mark. I fucking love it.
He fucking loves it.
What I want you to do, Mark, seeing as you're my daddy and all, I want you to fly me.
Damn these kids. Damn them. They're worthless. But I tell you who's not worthless. Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? Roland's Review. Mary Lon. What's up, Mary Lon? I believe I saw Lola up in here. Did I see Christine? All right, the chat's been going for a while, and I've been dealing with these two. Did I miss any of you lovely ladies in the place with the style and the grace? Okay, here we are, 48 hours away from playing the Minnesota Vikings. We've got everybody saying that the Dallas Cowboys, they screwed up by not getting a backup quarterback because there was Gardner Minshew out there. We could have traded for Gardner Minshew. Could have traded. What's up, cuz? You know, we knew we needed a backup quarterback because every team has a great backup that's ready to just rock and roll. But I'm going to ask you guys a real question because remember last year when they said that the Dallas Cowboys, man, they are great. Great. Chuck, what's up, Chuck? It's right down there. There's the email, cowboysmark94@gmail. And if anybody else becomes a channel member, make sure you email me at cowboysmark94@gmail. So that way we can get your shot glass. If you become a tailgate member, make sure you do that too, because we got to send you your rack and your set of 4 glasses and all that stuff and get you on the Christmas list and stuff. So anyway, yeah, and actually Michael will be in touch to make sure we get all the tailgate members' address because Christmas is just around the corner. Anyway, sorry. Vegas yesterday went from the Cowboys being a 2.5-point favorite to then making Sarah Green. What's up, Sarah? How you doing, Sarah? To making them a 2.5-point underdog. And that's when I was like, man, I need to put some more money on the Cowboys because the Cowboys have covered every single week. Raven S. Shout out to you, Raven S. Make sure you email me too because that means one of those racks are headed your way too. I lost my thought. Got a little bit of headache here. Everybody's saying we should have signed Cam. Oh my God, if we had Cam Newton, automatically we would win. You know, we had Andy Dalton last year. Remember when everybody said that, oh man, we got Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton was good enough to take Dak Prescott's job. Andy Dalton is a great backup, right? He's got experience. You know, if you take, remember Colin Cowherd, if you take his numbers and Dak Prescott, their first couple of years, they're the same guy, Andy Dalton. Maybe they're going to let Dak Prescott walk. You remember when they said that? Yeah. And so now Andy Dalton can't start at the Bears. Andy Dalton can't start for the Bears. How did he work out for us last year? Okay. Andy Dalton. Remember back in the day when Tony Romo went down and we decided to go get Matt Castle? He was a Pro Bowl quarterback. He did great things with New England. How did that guy work out for us? We won one game without Tony Romo. And I won't even say it was because of him, because that was really when Deshaun Jackson, who's looking to get traded again, ran backwards and fumbled late in the game so we could kick the game-winning field goal. I don't know where people seem to think that there's all these great backup quarterbacks that you can bring in, pay them, and they're going to automatically be able to step in to do the same thing that your starter will do. I just don't see it. And at this point in the season, if you'd not done it before the season started, you have to understand this. Practice. We talking about.
Because we sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice.
Here's the thing. Let me explain to you how the NFL works. Monday is recovery day. You go in, you see films, you get treatment and stuff like that. Tuesday is the player's day off. Wednesday is your first practice of the week. Thursday is your second practice of the week. And for the Cowboys, those are really the only two practices that you have. Friday is a walkthrough, Saturday is a walkthrough, and travel day. So going out there, when you guys say, oh man, go bring in this guy and plug him in. There's no time. There's no time to teach them the plays, for them to practice with the rest of the guys around there. Nick Caps, make sure you email me too there, buddy. Nick Caps. Y'all going to put me to work here. Shout out to Nick Caps for becoming a tailgate member. There's no time to take a guy, bring him in, especially quarterback, and say, you're going to start for us now. It's just not now. In the offseason, all those OTAs, they do all the installs, all the paperwork. The playbook's about this thick. There's the terminology, which is different from team to team. Like we used to have, like, for example, at JMU, because we were the Dukes, which are a dog, we'd have the spike, which would be the strong side linebacker, and the rover, which was the weak side linebacker. Okay? That's just the terminology that we had for our team. And we had the Duke, which is the middle linebacker. And this is where you may say, oh, Gardner Minshew, he wasn't bad. But when he comes to Dallas, he's got to now learn all the tendencies and stuff. Where do the guys like the ball? Do they like the ball here? Do they like the ball here? Do they body? There's too much to learn at this point. That's where you're actually beneficial to have a guy who's at least been there, knows the plays and the terminology and stuff, and has at least had some reps with the team. At least in my mind, and, I'm the village idiot. I don't know shit. But here's where I look at this and say, what's kind of interesting is last year, I want you to think about how bad our team was last year. Our team was awful. Offensive line was in shambles. It was but ugly. Zeke Elliott wasn't great at running the football. Our quarterback, Andy Dalton, was terrible. Defense, the worst defense that we had in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. They were so bad that they gave up 2 more points than any team that the Dallas had in their 60 years. 2 points more per game. Gina C. What's up, Gina? Up. Anita Applebaum. What's up, Miss Anita? With that team, as bad as it was, guess what happened last year? Do you know what happened last year? Would you believe that the Dallas Cowboys, one of the few victories and bright spots that they had last year, was they beat Minnesota without Dak Prescott? With that terrible defense, with Andy Dalton, offensive line, Terrence Steele wasn't the man of steel that he is now. Terrence Steele was terrible last year. Terrence Steele, the guy you guys wanted to push off the bridge before the season started, that guy who's playing so good that Lyle Collins is now a backup. A $15 million a year next year guy is a backup to a second-year player because he's playing that good. So I want to take a look. Take a look here real quick at a couple things. Look, just take a look here. Kirk Cousins threw for 314 yards last year. 3 TDs. 3. Kirk freaking Cousins. And no interceptions, which is surprising. Dalvin Cook rushed for 115 yards. Damn. And the Cowboys won 31-28. Let's look at the stats for the Cowboys. How did they do it? Well, it wasn't the defense actually stopping them and getting takeaways. Andy Dalton only threw for 203 yards. He did have 3 touchdowns and an interception. But they ran the football. Zeke Elliott, 103 yards. Tony Pollard, 60 yards. Now, I ask you this. If we were able to get a win last year with Andy Dalton, who is not burning, we literally dropped 10 points a game with Andy Dalton, and you can't say that Andy Dalton played outstanding. Clearly, Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard are better running football this year. Clearly, the offensive line is better at blocking this year. Clearly, the defense is better this year than it was last year. So my question is, and you can lose any game. You can lose any game. Quite frankly, the Green Bay Packers should have lost to Washington last week if Washington, his quarterback's not giving himself up on the 6-inch yard line, if they're not turning over the ball in the red zone, 2 more times. But be that as it may, excuse me, be that as it may, I look at this and say, this is where if Dak can't play, that this is a team that should be able to play well enough to win. And this whole thing about, he's only thrown 3 passes. Well, guess what? Every quarterback is only throwing 3 passes until they throw their 4th. And as much as we think about Troy Aikman, in those Super Bowl years, he missed games too. We relied on Jason Garrett on Thanksgiving going in there and coming in there and having his career game. So I'm not so ready to say we're just going to roll over and die because Cooper Rush is playing. And here's the thing that I look at. Now, you hear them pump up a team. It's so funny that they'll take a Minnesota Viking team that's got 3 wins and they'll say they're really, really good. Well, they're almost 5-1. And then they'll turn around and take the Dallas Cowboys and say, the Cowboys, they're living around on getting all those takeaways. If you take those takeaways away, they don't win games. But they did win them. So as I look through at the Minnesota Vikings here, okay, they lost to Cincinnati, who is playing well. Cincinnati, I'll give you, Cincinnati's playing well, 27-24. They were close against Arizona, 34-33. I'm still not on the Arizona bandwagon of yet. I think Arizona's peaked and Arizona is going to start free-falling a bit and coming back down to earth. You saw last night there was nothing impressive about that because Arizona has played some dogs. Arizona's schedule, they've played, they've got a couple of good wins in there, but they've got some real dogs. They beat Seattle, okay, without Russell Wilson. They lost to the Cleveland Browns. The Detroit Lions, they only beat by 2 points. The Lions. And they beat the Carolina Panthers 34-28, a team that we softened up for everybody else. The Carolina Panthers before us, everybody was talking about them being a great team. We went in there, we demoralized them, we beat them down, we kicked their teeth in. And since that time, they haven't been jack. And mind you, they had to beat them in overtime. And then, of course, this brings us to this week, where we play them ourselves. Now, I'm not ready to say that Minnesota Vikings are a good team or a bad team. They're just an NFL team right now, in my mind. And as much as everybody's going crazy about this could have home field advantage implications, which it could. But having home field advantage doesn't mean that you're automatically going to go to the Super Bowl. Only 53% of the time has a team with home field advantage made the Super Bowl. Not win, just made the Super Bowl. Gina Thornton, no, I'm not. We are. Where are you? I did training camp. SoFi game. And I took the tour of ATM. Okay. I'm not sleeping on them, but I'm not going to sit here and say the Cowboys have no chance to win without Dak Prescott. When we won last year with Andy Dalton, a terrible defense, an awful offensive line, and Zeke Elliott that's not anywhere near where he is right now. You follow what I'm saying? It's making sense. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Everybody is going on board like, oh, man, we got no chance against Minnesota. What are you kidding me? The Lions came 2 points away from beating them. The Lions. I don't mean you, Mark, just say in general. Keep that same energy if you look. Cowboy Jaden, you know what? I will keep that same energy because I didn't predict the Dallas Cowboys to go 17-0 or 16-1 or 15-2. There's going to be some games you're going to lose. And I'm not going to go on board and say we're losing this game if we don't have Dak Prescott. It's so funny because this is where ESPN and stuff, where they talk out of both sides of their mouth. They discredit Dak Prescott and they say, oh, well, yeah, with all the weapons, he's got a defense. He's got great weapons. He's got Zeke Elliott. It's not Dak Prescott's not a good quarterback. It's Zeke Elliott. That's why you got to pay Zeke Elliott. And now Dak's out there. Oh, man, Cowboys ain't got no chance without Dak. Wait. Hold it. Hold it. You're saying two opposite things. Before you said Dak Prescott was just a bus driver that anybody could come in and run this team because of the weapons. Isn't that what y'all said? That Dak's not a difference maker. He's not a difference maker. Anybody could go in there and do it. That's what they told you. Now they're on the complete opposite end. Oh, without Dak Prescott, so now are you guys saying that Dak Prescott is a great quarterback? Is that what y'all are saying now? That the reason the Cowboys are winning is because of Dak Prescott? Is that what you're saying? Mark, he wasn't talking to you about keeping that same energy. He's talking to, the Vikings fan. Oh, okay. I'm going to keep the same energy. We have a Viking fan in here? Shout out to the Viking fan. Our offense isn't that great. Laugh out loud. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Is that the Viking fans? Wiggins World, our offense isn't that great. We have better wide receivers than you. Okay. But you still have Kirk freaking Cousins. How you feel about Kirk Cousins? Next year he's scheduled to make, I think, $46 million for a cap number. You like that? Mark misreads comments from time to hey, I'm not that bright. I know y'all think that I am. I'm glad I got you fooled, but I'm really not that bright. And my dyslexia will get me all the time. I didn't say that shit. Okay. Hey, Mark, I got sent home, was feeling dizzy and lightheaded. James, I hope you're feeling okay, man. Wiggins, our wife's out. Are you killing y'alls? What? Cap, wide out. Okay. Maryland, Washington. Mark, don't let anybody upset you. He is overrated. How many of these other teams would love to have Dak as their quarterback? Chuck, a lot. Believe me, a lot of them. How am I, Alan? Let's see. How am I this evening? That's Gina C. Okay. What am I cooking? Eagles of America. Talking to David Wiley, Chef David Wiley. He's been doing research on eats from Minnesota, and they have this burger that has cheese in the middle and all kinds of other stuff, and then they have like a macaroni, a chili macaroni or something or other. So we're doing those, and of course we're going to do Jobu wings as well. Dude said Cooper Rush, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne. Learn the names and watch football. Oh, well, you know what? Justin Jefferson. Okay. Adam Thielen, okay. How about Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, buddy? How about that? But okay, you keep living the dream with your 3-4 team. I'm sorry, your 3-3 team. Keep living the dream. Chef's coming. Give you some rumors. Oh, the rumors. Since we got rumors here, okay. The word is tomorrow will be the day that they finally decide on Dak Prescott, whether or not he plays. I think some of this is gamemanship, trying to keep the Vikings guessing on what to get ready for. You know, if it's going to be Cooper Rush, you're probably looking at more of a running attack where you're going to put more men in the box to try and stop Zeke and Tony Pollard versus Dak Prescott being, oh, God, we got to go against Dak Prescott. Who knows where the ball is going to go? It's going to go all over the place, and how do we stop that guy? So some of this, I think, is gamemanship. And Joanne Gonzalez joined the tailgate crew. Whoa, Joanne. Got y'all covered. I'm not ready to give up the game. I'm not ready to give up the game. Dak, here's the way. Cooper Rush got all of the first team reps Wednesday and Thursday. Dak, for the walkthrough, got the first team reps in the walkthrough. But it's a walkthrough. It's not the game. They have some benchmarks of what they want to see with Dak. He was sore, of course, today from yesterday's practice, and they're going to see how he is tomorrow for their walkthrough before they go away to Minnesota and determine on whether or not he's going to play on it. For me, I would say if I know that Dak Prescott will be fine next week and that it would end up being a loss to Minnesota, but I know Dak will be okay from this injury going forward, I'd say take the loss of Minnesota. Because we do not want to have an injury that's lingering and bothering Dak going forward for the rest of the season. That's just me. You've got to say, do we want to win the battle or are we trying to win the war? Anita Taylor, I'll be going to the Cowboys-Bronco game. Nice. Let the clown go. I want to have fun. I'm wearing my Rush number 10 jersey with pride. Jefferson has 1,400 yards last year. Yeah. And what did your team do last year with all those yards? What did your team do with all those yards? Wiggle world? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Huh? What did you do with all those yards? And with all of those receptions you have, what's your record right now? Huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
What's going on with Gallup? Gallup is back to practicing, but they're going to work him in slowly. He's probably not going to be playing this week. Look for him to play next week. Remember, he's been gone for 6 weeks and hasn't practiced. And so here's the thing that's difficult. And I think about somebody like Tristan Hill or Neville Gallimore coming back. There's only 2 practices a week. And here's the thing. Once the regular season starts, there's only 11 padded practices during the season. And you have to have them all done by week 11. So when a guy comes back, so when Michael Gallup comes back, you only have 2 practices during the week where you're actually running, one of which would be padded. So you're not really getting into, game shape and stuff in that 1 week of him coming back. That's why you need to go ahead and say, we're going to bring him back kind of slowly. We're going to start, ramping him up. And that's where this week was the first one. Next week will be the second one. And hopefully he'll be better to go with Denver the following week. So he's fine. They're saying he looks in great shape, but they're still taking their time, bring him on there. rumors-wise, of course, the talking heads always are going to have the Dallas Cowboys are looking to make a trade. The Cowboys don't ever look to make a trade, okay? Of course, they're always going to be open-minded. The last trade, of course, we did was getting Amari Cooper, but the Cowboys shy away from it. Two things that you got to understand here for the Cowboys on why they wouldn't make a trade. You've heard the people say that Von Miller, the Cowboys should try and make a move for Von Miller, or Von Miller wants out of Denver, yada, 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 or Ingram with the Steelers. Cowboys ain't got none. Cowboys got $3 million of cap space. Let me say it again. We got $3 million of cap space. Wiggins World, because Mark just asked, what did we did with Justin Jefferson yards last year at D-Shift? I'm just saying, did you guys win the Super Bowl last year with Justin Jefferson yards? Did you make the playoffs last year with Justin Jefferson yards? Were some of those in garbage time? I'm just asking. I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention to the Vikings last year, but I believe their season was just as bad as ours was. Just saying. Just saying. Because probably, let me go through. Let me see. How did Minnesota do last year? Let's see. Third in the NFC North last year. In Wiggle World with that 1,400 yards? Let's see. You lost to the Saints 52-33. Were some of those yards garbage yards for them? I mean, you're getting blown out, right? You lost to the Bears 33-27. Were some of those some garbage yards because you're trying to catch up? You lost to the Buccaneers. Damn. You lost to the Jaguars? Oh, no, you beat the Jaguars. Excuse me. You beat the Panthers. You lost to the Cowboys. Right there. You know, Wiggling World, the fact that you lost to the Cowboys last year, you might want to just shut the hell up. Because I'm going to be the first one to tell you that the Dallas Cowboys, I've been a fan of the Dallas Cowboys going on 57 years. Okay? 57 years. And I'm going to tell you, there are very few teams I saw worse than what I saw last year, especially on defense. I lived through the 1-15. Daddy Prescott, what's up, Daddy? The fact that you lost to that team, you might want to just be quiet. I'm just saying. You lost to Andy freaking Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys last year. You had your starting quarterback. Didn't you? Didn't you? I'm sorry, Wiggle. Wiggle, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, Wiggle. Because, see, I'm going to forewarn you. I've lost all my regular trolls in here. Okay? I've lost all my, the Eagle ones don't show up no more. The Giant ones, they're missing in action. The Washington ones, they've dug underground. Okay? So your wide receiver got 1,400 yards last year as a rookie, most of which was in garbage time. All right? Because when you get blown out 52-33 to New Orleans, dude, you're playing garbage time. Garbage time. The fact that you let the Lions score 35 points on you last year. The Lions. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Wiggle. Hey, Wiggle World. Wiggle World. There you go.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Mark, stop giving him free airtime. I tell you what. I will say we have a better chance with Cooper Rush this year than we would have last year because you have a better team around him. And here's the thing that you got to understand too. Generally speaking, if you have time, if your offensive line can give you time, most quarterbacks will be able to find a receiver. And the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, if they can go ahead and block well, and I know Minnesota's got, Minnesota has a good pass rush. In fact, for those who say that Terrence Steele, that Lyle Collins should be installed back in, the last time 2 years ago when Lyle Collins played against Dale Hunter, he gave up 6 pressures. What do you think about that? 6 pressures. So I'm okay with keeping the consistency on the offensive line right now. What's up, Alexander Negron? Dak Delusional fans, play Cooper, rest Dak, let him heal. See, even Dak Delusional fan agrees. Play Cooper Rush, let Dak heal. And here's where the Vikings have a problem. You can run on the Vikings. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run the football until they can stop it, and then I'll play action it with Cooper Rush. That's what you do. And if you lose the game, hey, you're 5-2. You're 5-2. Wiggly girl, go home. Did I chase him off? Don't go away mad, Wiggle. Wiggle. Don't go away mad, Wiggle. We should have got Cam Newton just for an insurance policy. Play Rush and let Rush rest for the long run. Dak. D2 Stu, got it. Jumbo, what kind of name is Wiggle? Dak is playing. I love our chances without Dak, Zeke, and Pollard going to feast. We don't Dak to beat the Vikings. Zeke will have another 150-yard game, and Tony Pollard may add another 100 on top of it. There you go. Running all night long. He's in time. Oh, y'all put him in timeout? Who timed him out? Why y'all time him out? Oh, damn. That wasn't me because I was enjoying going to your ass. Cowboys' most physical game last year was against the Vikings. We don't need Dak to beat the Vikings. Wiggle. Dak is fine. Cowboys going to destroy the Vikings 34-17. It was a renewal. Just got a notification to renew. Decided to monthly again. Tried the 6 months at a time, and it was a hassle keeping up with. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to you, Joanne. Either way, we appreciate you. Dak is elite in the clutch, though. Oh, I'm not saying that he's not. Believe me, I'd rather have Dak Prescott playing all 17 games 100% healthy. You think I really want to have Cooper Rush play? But you have to understand that sometimes you can't have everything that you want. And this is one of those cases that and we don't know for sure, from what I've heard and what you've been hearing and reading between the lines, I don't know. I mean, we could flip a coin right now at this point. I don't know about the Vikings have what the most sacks in the NFL or tied for the most sacks. Well, let's go back. Oh, hold up. Let's go to the stats here. Let's find out on that one. Let's go to the boys at Pro Football Reference. All right. So, let's make sure that's 2020. 2021 Minnesota Vikings. All right, here's what we have. The Minnesota Vikings, point scoring offense, they're 14th in the NFL. In total yards, they are 5th. So they're actually putting in a whole lot of yards, not necessarily scoring at the same rate. Love all I do. Joanne, I love all that you do too. Appreciate you. 14th in points, 5th in yards. Defensive rank, okay. 13th in scoring defense. So they give up some points. and yardage 16th. Takeaways 15th. Interesting. Now let's see. Average drives. Let's see. Sacks up on here. I don't see the sack numbers on here. Let me go down further. Box scores. So here's the thing with the points. They've had to score a lot of points because they've been in shootouts because their defense hasn't been shutting people down. So with the Bengals, 27-24. With the Cardinals, 34-33. Seattle, they scored 30 points against a bad team. Seattle is just awful. Their defense is literally like one of the worst in the NFL, even with Jamal Adams. Cleveland Browns, that's a running type of a game, so you don't count that one as much. On my birthday, they beat the Lions. They only scored 19 points against the Lions, guys. And the Panthers, they scored a lot of points. So you look at that and say, yeah, you didn't exactly play a lot of juggernaut teams. I'll give you the Bengals are playing good and Arizona's playing good, but Arizona, you can run the football on. The Lions, the Browns, the Panthers, Seahawks. The Browns, great defense, but those other ones, you play three bad teams. So I'm not looking here and saying, oh, they played Tampa Bay. Oh, they played the Rams. You know, teams that are going to punch you in the mouth and that can really do some damage to you. I'm not sold on the Vikings. Sorry. And if is Wiggle back yet? Is Wiggle back? Wiggle. Where are you, Wiggle? Delusional Dak fan, I can't believe you and I are actually agreeing on something. But I'm with you. I would rather lose this game if we do lose it than losing Dak for, 4, 5, 6, 7 games or something. Mary Lon, where's your friend Derek? Derek was in here. Cardinals are overrated. I'm going to say Cardinals over. I'm going to say Green Bay's overrated too. Great point that a strained calf can lead to a torn Achilles. And see, some of this may be attributed to that's the leg that he ended up hurting last year. Lola said, I ain't scared. Lola says, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Enough is enough. I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on
wrong
this
one.
motherfucking planet.
Sorry, I thought that was, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. But anyway, exactly, Mark. The Vikings are getting hyped up because we don't get Dak, and we still have a great team to play around with Rush. Me either. And, I'm not sure it's the Vikings as much as it is the Talking Heads, because the Talking Heads are like trolls. They're looking for something to destroy the Cowboys with. If you weren't here when I first started, it's funny because the Vikings being 3-3, and they're saying, oh, well, they're a missed field goal and an overtime in this play from being, maybe 5-1. They beat 3 bad teams, but, they had chances against the good teams. They're really a good team. And here it is, the Dallas Cowboys. They're 5-1, and the Cowboys really aren't that good. If it wasn't for their defense getting all the takeaways, that they probably don't win those games. It's like, wait a minute. You're pumping up the 3-3 team and saying they're a good team, and you're taking the 5-1 team and you're saying, oh, they're really not that good. Is that what I got? Much love. How about them Cowboys? Alan S., thank you for being a Mojo member for 8 months. Shout out to you. Birdman, what's up, Birdman? Didn't I tell you that when you were in Vegas, the Flames, it reminded me of your season up in flames. But you got the Lions this week. Birdman, if you lose to the Lions, what's going to happen to you guys? If you guys are the team that lets the Lions get their first win, what's going to happen to Philly? I mean, you got a coach who's talking about gardening. Mark, the Vikings have 9.5 sacks. That's it. Green Bay, I've never seen. You're right about Aaron Rodgers. Where missed field goal. There you go, Dante. Missed field goal. How about a bad call away? BLK Posman. Appreciate that. Playa plays. Tank, absolutely. Breakfast News, Odell Beckham got traded to the Eagles. No. That would be funny. Is that, are you pulling my leg? You're pulling my leg there. Okay. All right. See, you got me. But that would be funny because that would ultimately be the final implosion for the Eagles. Thank you, sweetheart, Mary. Okay. How about a non-call away? There you go. If Dak doesn't play, I'm going to kill myself. Richmond? Dude, it's not that serious. Don't kill yourself if Dak doesn't play. Nick Caps, rest Dak, them boys in for the long ride. Nick Caps, shout out to him. Dak may need some family time. That's the other point there, too. And I hadn't even touched on it tonight. Dak has had lost a lot of people around him. His mom, of course, in 2015 to cancer. His brother 2 years ago. James Snyder, shout out to you. And now his grandmother. And the interesting thing with Dak is a very family-oriented guy. Dak would rather be home in Louisiana out fishing with his family. I talked to Philip Ebarb. It's his mother that passed, and Dak's, of course, grandmother. Mike? Damn. I don't know where Mike is. Damn. Mike's around someplace, damn it. He's hanging with his girl, okay? Jeff Lee, what's up, man? We need Michael for the balanced reporting. Michael's taking care of some business. You think we got a good chance to win if that? Yes, actually, Steve Scroggins. How you, Steve, man? Where you been? I think we do. I definitely will take the 2.5 points against the Vikings. Fighter indeed. Appreciate that, brother Allen. We about to rock the bottom of the Vikings. I mean, listen. If we were Seattle without Russell Wilson, I'd say we're screwed. Seattle, you look at and say their offensive line is terrible. They don't have the running game that like when they had beast mode. Their defense is atrocious. And you lose a great quarterback, you got no chance. This team is good across the board in all phases. We could be just a great running team with just Zeke and Tony Pollard and, be okay with that. We could be a great passing team and not even bother with the running because we have such great weapons. Your defense has become opportunistic in taking away the football. So when you look at this and say, you know what, guys, we're going to win this one for Dak. We're going to hold serve while our leader gets better. I'm going to do an extra 5%. How about you, bro? Zeke, get ready to eat. Tony Pollard, I want to see you running the hell out of it. I want to see you get that number 1 ranking that you have for running the football. Defense, it's Kirk freaking Cousins, okay? He's into charity when it comes to turnovers. Listen.
Danny, I need that ball. Get me the ball. You need the ball.
Quit dry snitching on Michael. What do you mean? What are you talking about dry snitching? That's my boy.
I hope he doesn't kill somebody.
It's a West Coast thing.
I'm back! I'm back! Get the ball! Motion! The ball!
Cowboys. Tony. Ooh, we got some. I'm assuming you're with the Minnesota Vikings. Tony Walters. Mary Lon says 3 interceptions. Woo! Woo! I'd like that. Zeke is going to have a field day. We should have addressed, but we need the ball. You're right. We do need the ball. And I need to actually get ready. Let me get, we got to do our shot, our drawing here. And while I grab the rack, I want you to enjoy this for a moment.
Philly. And that's why we're the superior team of the division. That's why we're the superior team of the division. I just said this before halftime.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen to him. Oh, Philly. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, poor Philly. Philly. Little Philly.
Oh, here he goes. Stupid throw.
Oh, little Philly.
What a bad throw. Stupid throw.
Are you recording? Oh, God. Hey, did the screen freeze?
What the hell was that? That's a horrible throw.
Did the screen freeze? Oh, my God. Stupid.
Damn, like 3 people.
Okay, Stello. How you doing, Stello? Let me get you in here. Appreciate the super chat. Trying to get the hopper together here and get everybody in there. Tony Walters, just like you laid out Cook last year. Well, here's where Micah Parsons is taking it to heart that he wants to make sure that he helps to shut down Dalvin Cook. Funny. Y'all, you like that? You like that? We have fun with those guys. I'm still getting this stuff together here. Enjoy it. Enjoy this one then, too.
No question about
Second
it.
quarter, 13-20. Left, 4th and 1. You want to kick the field goal.
So we're still waiting for the call.
We go!
What's wrong with you? Oh, they missed. Oh, man. They missed the field goal.
Are you?
We didn't get it?
No, you got stopped. They missed the field goal.
Oh, my God.
And
Jesus
we got
Christ.
stopped.
Yeah, it's definitely time to eat.
Carolina is hitting. And we may have gotten. If they lose to Detroit Sunday, Mark, you may have to FedEx his white jacket. Oh, man. Look at that guy in the back. That's my cousin looking at him like, what the hell's wrong with you? All right, here. We've had some fun this season. Just, you know what? For Wiggle and crew, wiggle, okay? Make sure you keep the same energy if your Vikings lose, okay? Rashid is now the new Tarzan. I want to win. I have never won before. Okay, well, James, I'm hoping that you do, buddy. I'm hoping that you do. Let me reach into the hopper here. Try and dig deep. Try and stir it up. Shout out to all you great fans that have done super chats. We got a yellow one here. Let's see what we got. Let's open this sucker up. Derek Jaurguil. Jaurguil. Derek Jaurguil. Derek Jawargel. Okay, it's my handwriting and I can't read it, but it's Jaurguil. Okay, you're a winner of a Joe Barty. Okay, let's go 6-1. Wiggle World. Good night, Mark. Feast Show. Good night. Well, okay, now make sure Sunday's going to be a long day. I got to check with my crew and see how many of them are going to be here. I know that my man David Wiley will be here, Chef David Wiley. We're going to be starting out at 12:45 because we'll catch the Eagle game first, and then we'll catch the Washington game, and then we will roll into the Dallas Cowboy game. So I will start out from 12:45. Oh, my God. That's going to be about 11 hours of live streaming. Your Vikings are ass. What's crack-a-lacking 5 rings? Mark is the name. Let's say you know how I roll. You know how I roll. Wentz, okay. Cowboys win 30-20. Cousin will throw a pick, and Parsons causes a turnover. Never see 6-1. Okay, Tony. Okay. Well, Tony, guess what? Neither will the Vikings. How about that? And remember, keep Stewart in your thoughts, guys. You know, he's going through a whole lot right now. And thoughts and prayers go out to, of course, the Prescott and Ebarb family with what they're going through right now. And right now, it is time to get your shot glasses ready. And if you became a channel member and you haven't sent me a picture or gotten your shot glass, make sure you email me at cowboysmark94@gmail.com so that way I can get it to you. If you don't email me with your address, I don't know that you're a member. All right, so here we go. Wiggle World, you are smoking some real crack when you think that you won the Herschel Walker trade. Oh my God, you really are a freaking idiot. We have literally found the dumbest person in the world. Oh my God. You're not really that stupid, are you? Please tell me. Oh my God.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Wiggle. Don't go nowhere. When this is finished, I've got to respond to that. I got to respond to that. Wiggle, don't walk. Please. You know, they say turkey. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What an idiot. Oh, my God. You didn't really say you won the Herschel Walker trade. Are you Eastside Herald in disguise? Oh, my God. Okay, Wiggle? Are you serious? You think that you won the Herschel Walker trade? Seriously? You mean the trade that helped propel the Dallas Cowboys to 3 Super Bowls? Dude, please don't go walking out in the rain. They say that turkeys can actually drown in the rain because they look up and the rainwater goes down their throat and they drown. I'm afraid that might actually happen to you. If you honestly believe that the Herschel Walker trade was a win for the Minnesota Vikings, bro, I can't help you. I can't help you. Dude.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Seriously, dude. I wish you well in life. That's all I can say. I wish you well in life. But with that being said, it's time to turn out the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old.